Hello and welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague live here from the DreamHack Monster Energy Studios. And we just witnessed what is, for me, was the more closest game that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, there was about like 5 minutes at the end where it could literally go either way, and it was pretty hype.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was a proper game of Dota.
That was like a classic anti-mage game. Like, we're in 2013 again.
Wasn't it classic anti-mage that he would actually win, though?
Oh, yeah, you're right. He would have split pushed to death.
He wouldn't have moon shards either.
Yeah.
He did eat one. That was kind of nice. What do you think of the Daedalus build? Or rather, Crystallis as first?
I think when the Void has an MKB, like Knock-on Butterfly is obviously pretty good. It also allows them to do the damage, like him solo on his own. I don't know, I think it was a pretty good choice. It just didn't work out. I think they went too aggressive at the end. You know, when they lost that fight top, they didn't need to go aggressive. They were in a commanding position.
What do you feel went wrong for Burden there at the end, Yoka?
I think they, man, I don't know. They should have had that fight at the end instead of just like not being there and just letting everyone die 4v5.
Yeah.
I think, by the way, our casters were correct in their predictions. They said 1-1 both.
Was that the one that
To be fair,
predicted?
we bandwagoned onto that, so we're correct too.
Yes.
We were saying in the draft, me and Shane, that like what Burden really wanted was you four go fight and let anti-mage farm, and then he can split if he needs to, and then later in the game that'll happen. And I think the problem is that unless they what they needed to do was get a pick or something like that, and then all push together and stuff like that. That's what they were looking for. But I mean, against that team fight, like Darkseid did a lot of work in that game, I think, and AA and everyone. It's just it was too difficult for them. But it was a close game because I think that both strats were sound. It just came down to a couple of key moments, that's what you want. You don't want it to be, oh, they've been outdrafted. Like those are always the worst games.
Yeah, especially in the current patch where if you're drafted, or like looking at 17 in the game. Yeah.
So I like that. It was a good balanced game. That's what we want. So yeah.
Definitely, with a lot of action moments as well. We have selected one for the drawing board.
Welcome to the drawing board. So the clip I've selected is the last fight of the game where they nearly kill Void, but Eric manages to get the cheese off in the nick of time, thanks to, you'll see in a second. It's amazing. All right, so this is just when they lost the team fight top. And me and Ape Mother were watching in the back room, and we were like, they can defend, they can maybe do it. They can actually defend, because Lyra is like quite low, and they have an Abyssal Blade on their anti-mage. But the thing that completely turns it around is Jonas Samfan on his Darkseer with the, like, look, he's like, oh god, and the Hex completely stops it. And he gets the cheese off, and all of a sudden, it's bad news bears.
There were a lot of very on-point Darkseer walls as well, by the way.
Early game, he was destroying people. There were so many times when Singh was fighting in the team fight, and the wall itself would just completely drain him of mana.
Yeah, there was that one fight where Void, AM, you could see desperately wanted to get his ult off. It would have been huge. You had 3 enemy heroes low on mana, but because of the illusions had no mana, it was pretty gross.
Yeah. Well played from Jonas in that game.
Yeah, it was very strong performance from Jonas Fan. Also very strong performance from Era, though he had to, from my point of view, give up a lot of farm to his teammates. Yeah. He wasn't as farmed as he could be. I mean, the flash farming of a Void compared to that of a Darkseer and a Puck, even an Ogre, is maybe not as fast. Still a very good job, and most on-point Chronospheres as well. And I actually believe we are going to talk to Era, provided that I have a voice in my ear saying yes instead of no.
We get nothing.
Yeah,
we get nothing.
Maybe they'll say nothing.
No.
Well, what happens then?
I don't know.
We're just stuck in the
I won't be able to hear, so you guys can...
Oh yeah, we can tell you what he says.
I had it.
I can be his translator.
Okay.
I had it. We are going to talk to Era. Interview's ready. Hello, Era. Hello?
Hello.
För att lämna ett meddelande.
Oh, we got the...
again.
Swedish.
What was that?
We're out of credit.
Hello?
I think.
Is that what that means? We're out of
Oh, we're
stack
calling him
credit?
back.
This happened yesterday too.
We're out
Were
of
you here for
stack
that?
credit? That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Or it's something like that. Well, what does it mean?
What does it mean?
We'll
The
never find
person
out.
you're
They're not
trying to
telling us.
call cannot come to the phone right now.
He's busy.
Lämna gärna ett meddelande.
He's like, I don't want to talk to these
What if
people.
that is Era just messing with us? That would be funny.
It could be. Who knows? Never find out.
Maybe Era's he's stuck in the internet.
Maybe.
He got trapped in the
trapped.
tube.
He's trying to send us a message.
Yeah.
Era trapped under the couch.
Are you okay,
He's trying to let us know.
Oh dear. I'm all full of Thai food. Oh,
I smell Thai food.
Oh, well, that's because Zodi
Some of us haven't gone and eaten yet.
eating at
They're
his
eating
desk.
literally right now.
I haven't eaten.
Yeah.
I have not eaten, thanks.
Cheever, you had the apple. We
Yeah.
saw you eat the apple.
Yes, I
You're
ate,
talking
I ate
about
the
it.
apple.
You ate that giant apple, Cheever.
Oh, I got a tweet back. So apparently, Clockhouse, or what we call, or what English people call the core of an apple, which Dutch people call Clockhouse, comes from the fact that clock towers in the past were actually shaped like like a core of an apple.
Does that mean they were wide on the bottom and on the top?
Yes.
So they were sort of like that.
Yeah.
And when they
Like the
referred to
opposite of
these
a pear.
things and they said that looks like the core of an apple,
And then we started calling the core of the apple the Clockhouse.
after the clock house.
We didn't call it the core ever.
Right, but what I'm saying is, you took the name for the core
Yes.
of being Clockhouse and you named it after Clockhouses. Your point was, no, the word Clockhouse doesn't mean anything.
No, well, obviously they were there at some point.
Yeah, no, we
I
just
just
call
did-
them churches or whatever, or a building with a clock in it. No,
tower.
It's
She
a
said
building with a
tower.
clock.
that's
It's
what
totally
you would have
different.
called the core of an apple. You would have
Maybe
said that's
in
called
the past.
building with a clock.
I'm not that old. I mean, I'm not old, but I didn't live in a time where people actually called churches
Either way,
clockhouses.
we were misinformed.
Yeah, I believe we were
Yeah.
misinformed. Thank you, Twitter,
Definitely.
for sorting that out.
I don't think so. We still call them clockhouses. By the way, we are not going to be able to talk to Era, unfortunately.
Okay.
Has no Skype credit.
We're out of Skype
He
credit,
is-
that's fine.
DreamHack Studios, no Skype credit.
But what I am then going to do is I'm going to throw Yoka off the couch, give him a break, and it is time to get someone back who was